videos already. And the idea of those videos is to entertain you, to take your mind off of your worries, to help you relax, and to take you to this fictional world of Pokemon. Don't worry, I'm gonna keep making Pokemon related videos, and the next video will for sure be a Pokemon video. But I also want to start a new series on this channel that contains of videos that are more about giving advice and comfort and validation and show compassion about topics such as stress, anxiety, burnout, self-love and self-care. I want to make these kind of videos because that's the kind of content that I really like to watch from time to time. I've watched several videos that have really changed the way I look at my life in a positive way. So there are videos that really have changed just how I think, and mainly have made me more gentle towards myself. So I want to contribute to those kind of videos as well. I want to start out with saying that I'm not a professional, but I do speak from personal experiences, and I can tell you what multiple professionals have told me. So in this first video, I want to start with the very first steps when you are suffering from stress or worries or anxiety or burnout. And those steps are first, acknowledging the way you are feeling. Second, accepting the way you are feeling. And then third are the very first steps towards healing. So the first step is acknowledging how you're feeling. It's time to be honest with yourself, to step back for a moment and to acknowledge how are you feeling. Maybe you've not been feeling your best, and this can be a recent thing, or this can be going on for a while, maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe years. And maybe something bad happened to you and it's really obvious why you're stressed. But it can really also be an accumulation of many little things. So I want you to acknowledge how you're feeling physically and mentally. How are you feeling physically? Do you have pain in your body? Maybe your belly hurts, or if you've been feeling like just sick in your stomach. Maybe your heart is beating way too fast, way too often. muscles sore. You know, my muscles are always sore in my shoulders, in my neck. And because of those sore muscles, you can have a headache. Have you been sleeping well? Or have you been sleeping badly? Maybe you've been sleeping well, but you still wake up tired. Or maybe it's hard to fall asleep. Or you wake up during the night and it's hard to fall back asleep. Or maybe you have nightmares. Acknowledge how you're feeling, how you're doing. Maybe you've had a big appetite lately, or maybe you've lost your appetite. Are you crying more? Those are all physical symptoms of stress and anxiety, and it's completely normal. It's your body telling you that it's suffering from stress or anxiety or worries. But you need to listen to those physical symptoms. Now, how are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling mentally? Do you feel like yourself? It's possible that you don't feel like yourself anymore, that you're way more angry than you used to be. Have you been shouting at people or being cranky or arguing with people that you usually wouldn't do? Or maybe you've been way more sad or unmotivated. You know, sometimes when you're so suffering from so much stress and worries, really simple things can feel really hard, even though you know there's just simple things like taking a shower or getting out of bed, going to work or going to school. You know, these things shouldn't be hard, but they feel really hard for you. And you're not alone. You're not alone in feeling this. There's so many people feeling unmotivated to do these simple tasks. Maybe you've been feeling very insecure. Maybe you're doubting yourself a lot. Maybe your self-esteem is low and you feel like you're not good enough. Or, and this is something I struggle with a lot, maybe you feel like you're constantly running out of time. You're constantly behind some sort of schedule. Or you constantly have to hurry to do the next thing and the next thing, even though the next thing might be a fun thing. It can be really exhausting to always have to do the next thing. So it's really important to acknowledge how you're feeling. Sometimes this is easy, but sometimes it can be hard to acknowledge that you're not feeling your best, because you can be used to this, to feeling like this. When you've been feeling like this for a long time, it kind of feels like normal. If you've been exposed to stress and anxiety for a very long time, your body is gonna take much stress hormones. But because you've been feeling like that for such a long time, it can feel somewhat normal. Or you can like how you are constantly jumping from one challenge to another and trying to do so many things in your life. You can actually like that so much and thrive off of it that you forget to listen to your body and hear that your body is saying, uh-oh, slow down a bit, slow down a bit. So this acknowledging can be harder than you think, but it's of course important. You know how they say, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Well, it's necessary that you acknowledge how you're feeling before you can start healing. Now, the second step is accepting how you're feeling. You are not weak for feeling like this. You are not a failure for feeling like this. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Please believe me when I say these things. Your burnout does not define you. Your worries do not define you. Your stress does not define you. Your anxiety does not define you. If you are feeling miserable right now, that doesn't mean that you are a miserable person. If you've been feeling sad or insecure, that does not mean you are a sad or insecure person. If you've been acting cranky, that does not mean that you are a cranky person. The way you are feeling and acting because of your stress does not define you. You are not a failure. You are not weak. You have nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, you probably got here at this point because you are so responsible, or because you want to do so much. You want to invest so much. You try to give things your best. You try to give things your all. Maybe you're a perfectionist. All of those things are obviously nothing to be ashamed of. Not everybody is the same. It's possible that you are naturally more easily stressed than other people. And you might not like that, but it's just the way you are, and it's okay. You might be more of a perfectionist, or you might be rather stubborn. That's okay. It's who you are, and you can accept that. It's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. Now the next part of the video is the first steps towards healing. Now the very first step is to stop, and take a break. This can feel really hard, but it is necessary. You need to think for a while, what things that cause me stress can I stop doing? that's okay. Now, what other things can you stop doing or postpone doing? Maybe you can postpone a class to the next semester. I feel like household chores are the first thing that have to go out of the window. Your well-being is more important than a clean house right now. Maybe you can ask someone, a friend or a family member, to take care of the kids for a few days. And that's okay. You can ask others for help. You're not weak for doing so. And people will gladly help. So, be careful though. When I say stop, this is not the moment where you have to make big life decisions. Don't quit your job altogether. Don't quit your studies. Just take a break. You're not feeling like yourself right now. You're not feeling your best. So it's not the time to make these big life decisions. First, you need to stop and take a break. Now, what are you gonna do during this break? You're going to rest and do things that you like. I know this sounds so hard, or this can sound very hard, but it's necessary to first rest. You have been under so much stress or anxiety or worries, and that is exhausting for your body. It is exhausting, and you need to give your body physical rest. So this means literally sleeping, literally napping, and just resting. That way you will rebuild energy and you will gain energy. And this can honestly take a while. So be patient. Now, apart from resting, you have to do things that you love. I encourage you to do things that you love. Your body has suffered from very high levels of stress hormone, and in order to bring those levels down and to rise the levels of happiness hormone, you need to do things that make you happy and that create that happiness hormone in your body. Physically, you need it. Now, don't go overboard. Don't go travel for 2 weeks or hiking for days on end. Don't reading, playing video games. I do recommend to go outside. And even though these things may sound so fluffy for you, like that's not the person I am. I don't do yoga, I don't go for a walk. I recommend you to try it, especially now, in the healing process. So, I will go into more detail in other videos about this healing process, but these first 2 steps will already help so much. It's really surprising how resting and doing things you love already has so much impact on your body if you give it enough time. You will feel that your muscles will relax, loosen up after time. You will feel that your heart is slowing down. You will feel that you're not constantly having these racing thoughts and worries. You will sleep better, and you will feel more secure, and your self-esteem will rise because you are doing things for you. You are doing things for you, and you will start feeling like yourself again, and your confidence will rise. It's amazing. Now, I hear you, I feel you. How can you not feel guilty? How can you not feel guilty and selfish when you are doing these things for yourself instead of taking care of your responsibilities? But you really can't look at it like that. Yes, you have responsibilities towards others, but you also have responsibilities towards yourself. And that's just as important. When you are pushing away your own needs to be able to do your responsibilities towards others, you are subconsciously telling yourself that you don't matter. And that's not true. You matter just as much as everybody else, and just as much as anything else. And it is actually a very responsible thing to look at your own needs and listen to your body who's telling you that you need to slow down, and to do that, to accept that you need this time in order to keep functioning in the future. It's actually a very responsible thing to grow, to learn about yourself and how you work and what your limits are and what your possibilities are. And it's never too late to learn about your limits. It's nothing to be ashamed of. relaxation. You deserve peace. You are worthy of all of this. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. And you are good enough. You are good enough the way you are. So, I hope that with this video I was able to help you in some way. As always, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you soon.